All right, my people, good morning and all that good stuff. So today, part of Christian Conversations, man, Kiahn Martinez is on a journey. We're
Yes,
gonna talk
sir.
about the journey. We're gonna talk about the path, and we're gonna drop some nuggets to the youth and to his younger self as to what he would do different on this journey. Kiahn, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So I want to just start with this: your early playing days. What was it about football? What was it about athletics that drew you in?
Mm, I don't know. I would say early on, I would say I fell in love with the passion that came from the game and just like being able to do it all day. You know, as these kids nowadays, I think they so in tune with the phone. It's hard for them to get out. We love being outside so much. When we was kids, we played basketball, football, soccer. We was in the street tackling. You feel me? Like I think just falling in love with that process, then
Hmm.
seeing how good we was. Honestly, like not to sugarcoat it, but like we was good when we were kids. Like
Right.
being able to dominate, being able to go to win games, and seeing how that made our parents feel, how they gravitated towards us when we was winning. Like that, just I think it just motivated us more to just keep going, to keep wanting to do it.
Okay. And so let's talk about the journey because I think for all athletes, it starts in little league, and
Yeah,
then we kind of realize, okay, I get something there, and then we go to high school, and then that's when we really start developing. Because, like I say, you've got little league is kind of do everything. Then we
right.
kind of hone in on what we want to do. High school. So let's just talk about that part of it from your youth to your journey to high school.
I would say my transition was a little bit. It was a little bit tougher than I wanted because in little league I played quarterback.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm not the biggest kid. So when I
Yeah.
got to high school, I tried to play quarterback still. I was like, I can't see behind this line. I said, Coach, I can't throw to nobody.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
really had to make that transition my freshman year. Like, what else can I do? But then I was like, I was always good with my feet. I always could run the ball. He was
Hmm.
like, let's do it. Let's play running back. So then I just think that transition for me was kind of the process I had to take. I didn't play varsity my freshman year. I played freshman just because I had to get my feet wet. I had to
Right.
learn a whole new position again, kind of. You feel me? So even in freshman, though, I played DB. I played all of it just to see what I really was good at, what I liked. We were still athletes. We could do it all still. But I think that transition for me from little league to high school was a big jump for me. So and then it's just going to a new environment, learning a real system, learning like this is real now. Like it feels real. Then little league, we just do whatever you want. Toss you the ball, go score it.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
know offense. You gotta know playbook. You gotta know schemes. You gotta know defenses. So I think that was big for me, just transitioning.
Now usually in Little League, the quarterback is the best athlete. So I mean,
Right. Right.
kudos to that part of it. Because if you're the quarterback, 9.5 times out of 10, you're the best athlete on the team, and they want the best athlete to have the ball.
Definitely, for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about the high school career. You get adjusted. Now you found okay, running back is my thing. A lot of people don't really want to play running back
Yeah.
because of the contact. Talk
Right.
about your process in becoming a running back, and what do you love about the position?
My process, I would say when I first got to high school, I was smaller as most kids are. I was like 150, and then that's where coach was like, "You weren't ready for varsity." He was like, "You need to gain some weight." So from the summer from my freshman to sophomore year, I gained like 20 pounds. I came back like 170,
Okay,
175.
okay,
I'm ready to play, coach. Like,
right.
and I just knew the physicality that came with playing running back. And I've always liked to hit, even in Little League. We played defense. We was always hitting. We did what's the drill? We did Oklahoma drills all Little
Oklahoma,
League. They don't do that no
Oklahoma
more.
drill.
We did Oklahoma. We was
Well, you
never
can't do it no more.
yeah,
It
we
gets
was
old.
facts. We was never scared of contact though. So it was like I knew it came with the position. I knew how to work around it. I knew how to finesse. My feet was always well. If I didn't want to really take this hit, I knew I got to make a miss. But I know there's
Mm.
times on the goal line, 5 yard line, I can't run. I can't dance too much. I got to run through it. So I just think that process for me was kind of what made me understand playing running back was going to be my thing.
So I want to talk about this because I think one of the things a lot of kids, and it's almost like a recruiting tool. We the numbers. So over 1 million kids play high school football.
Okay.
But when we transition from high school to college, that number gets smaller. So I
Yeah.
think a lot of times, one of the things I always hate to hear people, well, he played this, he played, the levels. It doesn't matter because going to college and playing football is just tough.
Yeah, it's slim.
Talk about high school career is about to be over. Now I gotta decide, okay, I want to go to college, and then actually college is recruiting you.
Yeah. So that transition for me, I would say it's a little bit different than most guys. I didn't get highly recruited as I
Mhm.
thought I would because I mean, like I said, I played very well. I had a great high school career. I think like I had like 70, 80 total touchdowns in my high school career, but I still
Bro.
never really got highly recruited just because of my size. I was never the biggest kid.
Hmm.
So I think for me it was kind of frustrating just going through that process a little bit because I'm like I would almost doubt myself sometimes. Like, am I good enough? Do I really want to play college football? Is it worth it? You feel me? But then my love for the game always trumped that. My work ethic for just wanting to be better, it trumped that every time. And then once I would say the transition to college, it's serious because that really questions your love for the game. Because when I did get the offer that I wanted a D1 scholarship to the University of Idaho, coach was like, "Y'all got to be here June 1st." I said, "June 1st." I said, "We don't get no summer." He said, "No, sir. You got workouts start June 1st, and you're here all summer till August until
Right.
December." So like, I didn't get to come home again until December. Just, just learning that process, I was like, "Yeah, no, you got to really love the game. You got to love not the game. You got to love the work that comes with the game. You got to love the process
Mm.
that comes with wanting to be an athlete in college, a student athlete, and then school as well. We did summer classes. I would say it was a big transition from high school
Mm.
to college as well, because it's like high school you doing your thing,
Yeah,
coach.
you can cruise by. You can cruise by.
You get a little bit of leeway. A lot of college teachers like you don't have to do this test today. I know you guys got to college. It ain't none of that. We don't care about the school, the football team. You still got to come to. You feel me? So I would say that was the biggest thing for me learning my freshman year. Like you got to let the process.
What was the one thing that shocked you as a freshman with college football?
Uh, I would say the speed of everything. Like not even like everybody told me the speed of the game was gonna be faster, but like in the weight room, we running around the weight room all day. I gotta run from this station to that station, back to this station. Then we outside real fast. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I would say that was that for me was the biggest transition. I would say for
Yeah,
me.
I love asking that question because, like, when I coach, well, I remember when I played, you have this thought process of what college football is going to be,
Right.
and then you get it, you're like, whoa. Like I
Yeah.
remember, I remember like after like 2 days, I remember calling my dad, like, wait a minute, hold on, this college football,
No, for
bro,
real.
I'm in trouble.
No, for real. I remember my first day being late.
Oh,
You'll never be late. You'll never be late again.
never in life.
I've never been late since my freshman year in college. Weight room lift. I did the bike for 48 minutes straight. Incline. I said, yeah, coach, my bad. I never again.
Why were you late? Why were you late?
Just overslept. Just one of
Okay,
those days. Just one of
freshman,
those days.
freshman,
Yeah,
freaking freshman.
for sure. I sleep light now. I've been sleeping light since then. For sure.
I think I never got over that. I was late and I had to run every stadium step. I had to start one end and I had to hit every step. Was never late again in life.
In life, no, for sure. My dad be like, "You're very punctual." I said, "Yeah, you know why?" I said, "I'm scarred a little bit for sure." No, for sure.
So let's talk about you're a freshman. You're trying to figure this thing out. How does your freshman year play out?
It didn't play out how I wanted it to, but like just being over summer and just knowing the work ethic I got, I started to get with a lot of those older guys who I would notice like we'll practice, then they'll stay on the field. We getting 50 extra balls, so I'm learning to just stay with them. Let's get this extra work, because I know it. I know how it pays off when you really got to get in the game and you got to get in the field and you got to play. So I happened to jump the depth chart a little bit as a freshman, and I was able to travel to our first game, which was versus Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
So we traveled to Penn State. Obviously, I didn't play the whole game, but then we kind of was getting blown out. Coach threw us in there, threw the freshman in the fire.
Right.
Kind of made a little name for myself. Couple catches I made a guy miss. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Then and then we came back that next week. Coach was like, "We're gonna start you this week." And then we got in the second game. Then I had rolled my ankle, high ankle sprain. And this is my first time ever even really like getting injured or even feeling some pain like that. So that kind of lingered the rest of my freshman season. And then it was kind of just, I would say at that university, it was kind of just downhill from there. Just mentally, I didn't understand the training room, how to live in there. I didn't understand like I got to go every day. Like, no, it hurts. Like, but like that's what prevents you from getting hurt.
Right.
If I'd have probably been in the weight room, the training room before I tore my ankle, it would have been a different type of story. But like just learn. I think everything happens for a reason. So now I'm a training room guru.
Right.
I live in there. Even at the house, I roll out all day. I stretch. You feel me? I scrape myself. I do all of that on my own because I know how it pays off too.
Go ahead. No, what I was gonna say, it's always amazing how we're always reactive, but and you talked about it moving forward, how you became proactive,
right?
And that helped you out tremendously. But it's just we have to always learn the lesson because a lot of times we just don't know.
No, for sure.
I think that's always crazy. So doesn't work out here at Idaho. So now we got to figure out what's our next move.
Yeah.
Talk about having to make the jump, but in making the jump, how do I find the next best situation?
Yeah, I think when I hit the portal or when I was transferring was right when the transfer portal started to kind of get big,
become a thing.
Right, become a thing, and everybody had got in the portal. So when I'm sitting in my tape out, when I'm making calls, it's a lot of guys like, "Hey, we already found a guy from University of Alabama." I'm like, "Dang, everybody transferring right now." I got in at the worst moment.
I thought I only knew about the portal.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one who was gonna be popping in there. So no, everybody was kind of in the portal at that time, and I would say a lot of the coaches like, "You kind of got lost. We can't find you in the portal." Like. And I had to really start using my connections, my resources that even guys that was recruiting me out of high school, I would kind of hit them back up like, hey, I'm in the portal. I need a home. I'm ready to play. Like, I'm healthy. I'm fresh. You feel me? So that's when I ran into Coach John Riston at CSU Pueblo. There's a lot of connections. A lot of my homies was playing at Pueblo at that time in 2022. And they was like, bro, we could use you. We need you. Like, and then I started doing my research. I'm like, they win. They won championships, you feel me? So I'm like, ball is ball at the end of the day. I had to get over that, trying to be D1, trying to be ball is ball at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
and it's funny you say that because of course it had to be some changes. You're at a Power 4 school, and now you're transferring. Now, what was the one thing that shocked you between Idaho and CSU Pueblo?
Just like with school wise or like
both school wise and the field, the environment, the program.
The program, I would first school wise, I would say it's a lot smaller. And it's like even classroom wise, I remember teachers by name at Pueblo. Like it feels very more community based. Other than the bigger schools, just like
you're just a number.
You're just a number, honestly, for sure. So I think that was big for me because I'm very hands-on when it comes to learning and teaching and wanting to be in class.
Mm-hmm.
So I was grateful for that. And then program-wise, I would say it's a few things, but the biggest thing for me, I would say almost the speed and just like the love of the game for the people around me. Like from coming from a D1 and then going to a D2 and how everybody thinks they can play D1. Yeah. For me, honestly, it's kind of like, fam, like it don't work like that. You feel me? Like we all here for a reason at this point. We still got to keep getting better. We still got to love the game the same way they love it. And it's like you almost don't love it as much as them because that's why they there. You feel me? Like you missing. It's a lot of leeway. It's almost like high school a little bit D2. It's a lot of leeway they give some guys just. Because he did come from a D1, and I was like, when I got there, I was like, Coach, I don't want that.
Right.
Every day, I'm the first one here. I'm gonna get the same extra reps. I'm gonna get the same extra weight training, the same training room. I'm gonna be the first one in there. You feel me? Like me and the trainer had a great relationship because he's like, man, you come in every day, like ready to, even though you're not here. I said, I got to stay on it.
Yeah, but that's dope because unlike your teammates, your new teammates, you had that perspective because you were there, so you lived it. So I wonder, like, so you probably because of that experience, the younger guys or the guys who are there, they kind of came to you to ask a lot of questions because they want to know.
No, 1,000%. I would say I was definitely a big role model for a lot of my younger friends at Pueblo, and I just was helping them like that's just gonna separate you. And
Yep.
even coach used to kind of like throw me as an example sometimes, like you guys are staying hurt, you guys that don't get on the field, and here's why. And it's like, yeah, bro, I
Mm.
try to tell them that every time, you feel me? And it's like they wonder why they don't play. There's guys like, bro, he don't mess with me, bro. Damn, you always hurt. Or it's like,
I hate people say that. Oh my god, coach
damn,
don't like me. Why coach don't like you?
why coach don't like you? How much film you watch this week? I don't even got Huddle downloaded. Oh, bro. You feel me? I said there's levels to it, bro. For real. Like you gotta learn to trust yourself before he can trust you.
Yep.
If you can't trust yourself to watch the film, how you think he can't put you in the game, bro? You
Because
feel me?
you gonna mess up. You don't know what you're doing.
Right, right. No, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy. Well,
No,
it's obvious in follow your journey, uh, watching your social media, the work ethic.
yes, sir.
You love the work.
I
What
do.
inspires that, and where does that come from?
I would say first and foremost, God, like he put that drive in me. He puts
Mm,
that motivation in me every day. Like I'm getting stronger with my faith daily. I mean, I feel like we all are. Everybody has their ups and downs with it, but like daily, I just put God first. And then second, my family, like the way my dad works, my mom works, like it motivates me the more I gotta get it. I gotta figure it out for them. You feel me? My siblings, I got 4 younger siblings. I don't want them to look at me like our big brother didn't do no. Our big brother went to work every day. Like
right,
he
right.
pushes us to keep getting better. He pushes us to keep going. So I think
Mm,
that's what really motivates me to just keep going, bro. And it's like I love the work. I know, but like I know it comes from the work.
right,
Like you do the
right,
work, you're gonna get the
mhm,
results you want every time.
right,
Like
right.
most of the time, like sometimes it don't happen, but for most part, 95% of the time the results gonna come from that
Damn,
work.
man,
For real.
you are preaching. So right now you're kind of you're out. You're going through these trials, doing these CFL trials, and what are some of the things on this journey? What has been some of your favorite moments right now as you continue to prepare for the opportunity?
Some of my favorite moments, I would say, honestly, the relationships that have been creating, just being able to travel. When
Mm,
you're in college, you don't really travel too much. You're in your same city most of the
yeah,
time. You travel to a game and then you right back same
you're
night.
right back same night.
Right. You feel me? So it's like I would say just being able to meet new people, see the world. And it's like I meet people who know people that I know. Oh, I went to high school with him. It's like it's such a small world when you really get to
Right.
just traveling and meeting these people and connections. I would say that's a favorite moment for me. Also, I would say just the transition of my body because I feel like there's stages and like from high school, my high school body,
Yeah.
170 lean. You feel me? Not the strongest kid. College teaches you how to lift weights though. So then I get to my freshman year, I get to 200. But then it's kind of like a sloppy 200. We just smooth, we stiffer, you feel me? Whereas now I'm a lean 195, ripped,
Yeah.
feet good, I'm faster, you feel me? It's like just being able to see the levels of how I work and how I'm able to move with the weight and
Mm,
just keep growing as an athlete, as a man, and just learning more about myself. Cause it's ups and downs through all of this. High school,
right.
college,
Right.
it's
Right.
always highs and lows. And it's like
Right.
there's times I'm having good tryouts, and then there's like some tryouts is like, man, I gotta lock in. I gotta switch, keep flipping that switch. You feel me? So I would say that's a
I
big
think the beauty of sports, and I think one of the reasons that we play sports and just the lessons we get from it are kind of what you're talking about because sports teaches us all these things. We- We're not going to be successful every play.
right.
We're not going to win every game,
Yep.
but through sports, it teaches us how to balance that.
I agree. I agree.
That's
It
that's
teaches
the
it teaches
crazy
us
part.
it teaches us almost to like forget it and keep going.
Right.
Learn from it. What's the lesson from that last play? Fast, but it's quick. The hole was closed that last play. Okay, I see what they're doing right there. I got to. This next time I get it, I'm finna do. It's finna be the same thing. Learn from your mistakes, but be better from it. You feel me? So I think, no, that's definitely how sports work.
Adjust on the
Even
fly.
not just football, even basketball. I think basketball reactions is a little bit quicker.
Much
You
quicker.
gotta, yeah, you gotta know right now. Like, okay, he guard me. He guard me. He only let me go left. I gotta go left right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like right now, I gotta go left this next possession. Right now, I can't wait on it next time. Try to go right again. He's stopping me. You feel me?
Right,
Like,
right.
I think that's for sure.
One of the things you hit on, and every time I interview athletes going through this journey right here, and this is for our younger athletes who don't like the weight room. I want you to talk about one more time why it's important to get in that weight room.
It translates. It translates to the field every time. And like for our sake as football players, bro, this game is physical. You're not gonna last. You're not gonna last high school. What you play 10 games? You're not gonna last 10 games if you're not lifting. Literally. Because you have to practice every day and you have to play in the game. Your body has to have that muscle endurance to be able to go for 10 weeks, day in and day out. Then that's where the weightlifting and the training room play a part together.
Stop making sense.
I
Stop
love
making sense.
You feel me? I love the cold tub. I fell in love with the cold tub in high school. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but the way my body used to feel after, I said, Coach, I'm ready today again. Like
I still cold tub to this day.
no, for sure. I love the cold tub, bro. I do it at the house if I got to. I'll go get me a couple bags of ice, put it in the tub, and that's how I work.
I cold tub every day, pretty much. And it's crazy. I would look at the upper class like, why are they jumping in that water every day? And then I got camp legs as a freshman.
Yep.
And you sitting there like, bruh, I'm running in concrete. I can't move.
I need some help. What do I do?
And one of the vets was like, dude, when practice over, jump in that tub. When I tell you, I was like, I'm doing this every day. I'm still doing it today.
Yeah, change your life. That cold tub change your life. For real, change my life.
Last one for me. And again, this one of the questions I love to ask because you get so many different responses and it actually helps other athletes. Knowing all that you know now, you've been on this journey and you're still on this journey.
Yeah.
The advice, okay, knowing everything you know now, the advice you would give your younger self.
That's a good question. That's a great question. The advice I would give my younger self.
Because when we're young, we don't know. We just living. Right. We winging it, kind of basically.
For sure.
Now that you know, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to be more present in the moment. Especially like in high school. Like everybody is looking forward to the offers. You feel me? Instead of like let's live here right now this week and ball out every Friday. Like I will kind of be more about, okay, I got to play this game. This game is more important for the scouts. And no, bro, just live in the moment. Keep working every single day. And like that's kind of what's more my later years of college. Like these past 2-3 years of college, even when I had torn my ACL, I had to be present right then. I can't think about playing no more because I can't. Right. I literally can't. I got to get up every day and rehab, be present today. How we getting better today? So I think that would be something I would tell my younger self because I think it'll help just with the mental aspect of stressing yourself out about, are the offers going to come? Just in my case, are the offers going to come? Do they want me? Am I good enough? Like, I'm good enough today. You're able to practice today. You can get better today. You feel me? So I think that would be something I would tell my younger self. That's something I tell my siblings as well. Like, don't worry too much about farther when you got to get to high school. Let's practice today. Let's get better today. You feel me? Let's put our shots up today. So that's something I would tell myself.
I love that. It's crazy because so many of these answers, as much as they're different, what you just said is like that's gold. Like today.
No,
enjoy it today because I think so many times I remember as a coach, I always trying to tell my athletes, hey, focus on today.
Yeah. No,
Focus on day. We can't worry about a game 3 weeks away.
for real.
Cause we gotta play this one.
We got to play this. No, for
Why
real.
are we worried about who we play 4 weeks from today?
Right.
This moment right here, enjoy it's funny that you brought that up because I think that's one of the things that are truly missing in all of these processes that we don't enjoy today enough.
I agree because worrying about today helps with the intentionality, and that's when I fell. That's
Good
when I fell. In
word.
love, that's when I
Good
fell in love
word.
with practice. When I was worried about how we getting better today, my intention in practice was different. When my detail in practice is different now. You feel me? So I think that was big for me. Just worrying about my intention and being present. That was something I would tell myself. Being more intentional. That's almost what I wanted to say is to
Mm.
put
And
into it together.
and I love you talked about that practice part right there. One of the things I always stress, I kind of knew it as a player, but I really understood it when I coached. Practice.
Yeah.
Like practice, if you practice it hard enough, game day easy.
Easy game, easy. No, for real. For real. No, yeah. And I think even as a freshman, I didn't learn that because practice is like you kind of like, dang,
Oh, you
this
ready? Oh, you ready to go?
you
As a
ready.
freshman, you ready to go? Hey man,
Period,
please.
period 19, coach. Hold on, man.
Yeah, like well,
I'm
what?
hungry. You feel me? Like, no, for real. Putting
And,
that
and
in.
that's funny you talk about that because, like I said, your freshman year kind of like you're not really playing, and then you watching other guys, and you like, I can't stay focused because I ain't doing nothing.
You doing that. No, for real.
Like, I mean, what am I doing? I'm doing nothing.
I'm getting scout team. I'm getting hit by the number one linebacker in the country. Hold on, coach. Every day. No, for real. I don't know if I love it for real this much, coach. But then it's like the intention. What can I learn from this? How am I getting
Right,
better by
right,
playing the number one linebacker on our
yeah,
team?
yeah.
But when it is my turn, I know exactly what it's gonna look like.
I
I know
know what it's
exactly
gonna
how
look
he
like.
gonna feel this hole, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do with it. You feel
And,
me? Like,
and I'm not shocked when my number is called. I'm not shocked. I've been doing it every day.
yep,
I've been doing it every day.
yep.
Kiahn, listen, man, praying for you, man.
No,
I
I
love the
appreciate
fact that you, man, you're doing this thing, and you love it. And I think that's one of the things I used to always tell my athletes. What you said about man, who love football? Everybody raise their hand. I'm like, what you love? And they start running out with that. That's not love. You like it. Because if you love it, I ain't got to find you.
it. Yep.
I don't have to worry about who went to training room
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
if it's mandatory breakfast, who skipped. I shouldn't have to look at a list and be like, hey, Kiahn missed breakfast, man. And because they don't understand, it's little things like that where a coach will count you out,
For sure.
and then he gonna tell a scout
Yeah. I can't trust
later on down the line, like they're like, well, tell back here, man. Man, he don't cut the breakfast.
Mhm.
You check your weight chart. He done, if we got 7 lifts, he had 3 lifts,
Yeah,
and he's snitching on you without snitching on you. You know what I'm saying?
but then it's like he can't lie to the scout.
Can't lie to the scout, but you kind of snitch on yourself because it's like, well, why you didn't get 7 workouts?
Yeah,
Why you didn't do something as simple as go to breakfast?
for sure.
I ain't say go eat. Be at breakfast because it's an accountability thing.
Right.
But if you there, you gonna eat. I mean, you gonna see the training table. Like,
For sure.
I might as well eat. So what's next? What's the next workout? I know you're in the A, but what you got next?
We had a Saskatchewan tryout yesterday. We just got through with that. Just kind of just getting little workouts here and there till we leave. But I think they start training camp in a week or so. So I think all the tryouts right now, they just gonna chill for a second. Just keep putting my head down, waiting on the call.
Hey man, listen.
So
Keep working. You never know. I have 2 different guys that I coached. Another guy that actually he's in coaching now. They always looking.
no, for sure.
Always looking. Things season long. Things happen. What they always say: if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
You gotta get ready. No,
Everybody, my guy, Kiahn Martinez. Good luck to you, brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
All
Thanks
right,
for
brother.
having me on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.